Today with Shaun Paul, the CEO of Ejido Verde.
My region, my adopted home of Michoacan, the local cult peoples of Purepecha, an indigenous cultural group, they've been using pine resin for millennia, for sealant on wood boats and for medicinal purposes. However, if we fast forward to contemporary times and how is pine resin used today commercially, the volume of pine resin traded today in the world is equivalent to the volume of cacao traded in the world. At Ejido Verde, we are chock full of innovation. Our company exists because the dominant business models before us were failing to meet this market demand. And depending on my audience, I think, we are primarily a position to be a pine resin supplier. That's our primary role. We create a primary business and economic role. But I'd say our purpose is we're in the business of building transformational wealth for forest communities, industry, and investors. We do that with an innovative model to restore degraded lands, usually indigenous and communally owned. And we have developed a finance and technology package to restore these degraded lands, establishing commercial agroforestry plantations that local people often call pine resin orchards. And we're building a new model for forestry plantations that incorporate culture, incorporate wealth building, not just producing a commodity. And we're doing this at a scale that has never been done before. We had to solve for how to invest in land where private title does not exist. That's part of our innovation. And in terms of who's stepping up, who are the investors that step up with this kind of time frame? Now, we developed a blended or integrated capital structure. We rely on a variety of sources of capital. We have equity, mezzanine, debt, and donations and subsidies. And we've been able to structure investments for less than 20 years, but more than 10. And so that really takes a very special kind of investor that's willing to think that long term. And I think our value proposition and the investors stepping forward, it's not just about financial reward and financial risk, but they're all valuing what's the impact? What's that some call social return on investment? And if you look at wealth sharing in our business model, our value creation model, most models, agricultural models, 90% of the value creation, wealth, gets captured by industry and investors. 10% stays with the farmer at best. In our model, 90% of the wealth is captured by forest communities and farmers, and 10% goes to industry and investors.